Mom, if you are listening, I promise you this is just an opinion. It's not what I would think. No, let me do it again.
Hi guys, Asalam Alaikum. My name is Asia. Welcome to my channel, and if you're already a subscriber, welcome back. So for today's video, we're going to talk all about saving yourself in marriage. Is it worth it? Is it not? We're basically just going to have a conversation about it, and for that discussion, I have my very close cousin, sister with me today. Introduce yourself.
Like, say what? My name? Oh, my name is Amanda.
And she also has a YouTube channel, by the way. Tell us more about your YouTube channel.
I'm really passionate about anything that has to do with decor, so anything that goes that way, I'm your girl.
Yeah, and they're actually really good, like DIY / like organizing videos. So like definitely check it out. Check it out and make sure I'll leave the link below. And make sure you subscribe and show her some love. And alright, let's get started with the video.
I know, I'm excited.
Okay, so we're basically just gonna talk about the topic. Like, this is like a topic that really needs to be discussed because I feel like not a lot of people talk about it.
Okay, it's real. Like, we have to say it the way it is.
Yeah, and not a lot of people talk about sex, and I feel like it's a very I guess you could say sensitive topic that people shy away from, but it needs to be said. But before we go deeper into it, I want to know what your relationship is with Islam, and tell us more about yourself, basically.
Don't I have a name?
What?
I think somebody gave me a name one day. I think it was your dad, or you guys helped me to pick out a name.
Really?
And I forgot it.
No.
Funny story, guys. I am /Muslim /not, which is a very strange way to say it, but I think it was maybe 3 years ago, no, more than 3, maybe 4 years ago, 3 years ago. Yeah, I actually was interested into knowing how the religion is and everything about it, and I actually even ended up meeting, what's the name of those people?
It's an imam.
An imam. Oh, yeah, it was like a moment. I still remember it, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, and I tried to practice, but I don't know, maybe I don't know what went wrong. Maybe just not having motivation from people, because I was in school, I was by myself, so the only opportunity I will have to do it was if I'm at my cousins, because they are Muslim. And also because I really like the way I grew up. It's like we were Catholics, and then we changed to Jehovah's Witness, which my family still is. At
the beginning of before you actually did the whole conversion, basically taking your shahada, what sparked your interest in Islam?
I think it was more of, first it was because I actually had spent a whole 2 or 3 months with you guys, and I felt like, I feel like it became easier to just get to understand the religion and everything if you are in the community.
Yeah, seeing how they live.
Yes.
Right?
So everything you are like, everything you are like, why not, Yeah. And then you if I was strong before I leave for school again, maybe I think it would have been something. Yeah. Like you would have.
And again, it's if you had people that were at school, if you had people that were also Muslim, who basically also kept you practicing. Yeah. So it was hard.
But I still also feel like you have to want it so
yourself.
Bad. So if
you have to put effort, it's a whole new thing.
Yeah, you can even be by yourself. I'm not saying it as an excuse, because you can also be by yourself and really invest into something and do it, right? So that's her story. My story. Yeah.
So we're gonna get into the video talking about this topic. I have her with me because again, she has a different view than the view that I have, and I think it's very important to have different opinions, right? I welcome all kinds of opinions on this channel, so that's why I invited her here, and we need to put a disclaimer.
Oh, a disclaimer. Am I gonna do it or you will do it? One, mom, like for you, like I have to say it because I know my mom, she's gonna be the first one to be like, no, she won't. She's very open, I know.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, I'm just putting a disclaimer for two disclaimers. One, mom, it's just an opinion, okay? It's just an opinion, and everybody who are seeing this, it's not that we are blaming people for doing something or not doing something.
Like, we're not trying to put
shame anybody
on anyone's beliefs, or literally it's just our opinions. It's just what we think. It's like how we grew up. This is how we think because of how we grew up, right? So,
and the experience we have had in like in our life,
exactly, right? So you may have a completely different view on this, and we want to hear your view. I have a
good story I have to tell you. Oh, it just came into my head.
And we wanna know what your thoughts are. So just make sure you let us know in the comments down below. But just don't leave any hate, because again, this is just a discussion, and it's supposed to be chill, relaxed.
We are actually even tired at this point, but we just wanna do it. And
it's literally like almost 11 o'clock, and we're grandma, so we're like tired. We wanna sleep. We literally want to see, like, we're like dying.
Wash our faces and just sleep.
So that's the disclaimer. No hate, just pure opinions. So we're gonna get into it. It's just gonna be talking about our life experience, and the first thing I wanted to bring up was did the whole conversation about sex come up when you were growing up, right? Because she's a lot more older than me, more experienced, so she has been through more than I have. So I just want to know, like, how did the topic about sex come up with, like, your family, your friends? Like, did it come up at all? You know?
Of course it did come up, like, did a lot. Actually, even with my parents, I don't think they said you can't have sex until you are married, but I got it from the society. There's this thing in Rwanda, I don't know if it's real. Actually, I think it's real. When women are pregnant, they have so much saliva in their mouth, right? So when I was in high school, I think it was in the 5th year. For like high school, we have 6 years, right? When I was in the 5th year, I had all saliva, so which I still do actually right now. I'm sorry. so my one day I came, and that time in grade, oh my gosh, it was grade 11, but I started having, of course, guys who are friends, and there's this guy that we weren't even a couple or anything. It was just that he was interested and was talking to me and everything and blah blah blah. So he will come to visit me at home, and my mom will see him, and he will be with other guys. So it wasn't anything really, right? But my mom will start, my parents, they can see if you know. And this one day I went to school. When I came back, I always had saliva anyways, and then by this time I didn't hide it. I was just like, "Yo, mom, it's okay, I'm coming. I have saliva, so that I can go do whatever I have to do, and then come back, right?" And then every time I'll be like, "Sorry, mom, I have saliva." So, and she was like, I suck, guys. I have to tell you guys this story. She was like, let's go. She took me.
Wait, whenever you were telling your mom, oh wait, ma, I have saliva, you were going to spit? And
I would go to spit or brush or do something. So she took me and she took me behind the house, right? And she was like, Amanda, do you have sex? And I'm like, what are you talking about, ma? And she was like, why do you have so much saliva? What's going on? And I'm like, what are you talking about? And
so you didn't even know about that whole thing about saliva and pregnancy?
No, I didn't know. And she was like, I started freaking out and crying because I didn't know. I was like, what do you mean sex? Because nobody, Why would I have sex? No, no sex, no
so
sex.
until
right?
then, the conversation never came
The
out.
conversation never came out.
Yeah.
So I was like, she saw me that I was getting anxious and scared and crying. So she thought I have something to say, meaning I'm pregnant.
Yeah.
But for me, it was like, how can you dare think that
Of you,
I know.
Yeah.
And it was like, she was like, it's okay. She held me here. She was like, it's okay. You can tell me anything. You know everything. You can tell me everything. And I'm like, man, don't even touch me. How can you think of that? How with who? But she said, but you had a friend. I don't. I'm not gonna say his name because it's. And he was like, he said, you have guy friends, though, right? And I'm like, yeah, but I'm
She's
not.
friends.
Why would I? For me, it was like, how can you dare think that I'm like I can't, right? Grade 11 in S5, I can't. And she was like, it was like 1 minute conversation, but it felt like eternity for me. And I was like, no, it never happened, ma. And she was like, oh, are you sure? And I'm like, yeah. And she was like, okay. Oh my goodness. Since then, my saliva never came back. See, for her, it wasn't like you can't have sex until you get married. It was like, you need to tell me if you're doing anything, or if something happens, you need to tell me. The thing of you can't have sex until you are married was from school, housemaids and aunties and outside like that, but from my parents making me sit and tell me you can have sex, no, never happened. No.
Yeah, for me on the other hand, it happened.
It did?
Yeah, it happened. Like, I have a lot of siblings and I'm the youngest and I'm 20, so that conversation came up, and then there's me as a kid like, okay. But obviously, again, no details, just simply like, don't do it, why you shouldn't do it. They talked a lot, and obviously this is more of the deen, right? It's more associated with like us as Muslims. Is a huge reason why we shouldn't like have it right before we get married. So that's why the conversation came up a lot, and especially as we grew up, as the boys grew up and they started like going into like high school or like university, moving out of the house, right? Moving out. That was a big time for them. They were like,
even sorry to interrupt you. Even when I went in uni in Rwanda for I think it was a half a year or whatever before I came here in Canada, because I was waiting for my papers. I was like, anyways, let me just go to school. They never made me sit and talk about it.
Really?
No.
But yeah, for us,
I just went and they expected me to either not do it, and if I do it, I have to make sure. I don't know what they expected. They never told me nothing.
Yeah, for us, that time where you were moving out of the house, that was huge for my parents, because they were like, hey, now we have to have this serious conversation, because I don't want you coming back in this house having a baby and you're not married. Growing up, it wasn't something that was like hidden in my family. My parents made it clear not to do it. They made it clear to wait until marriage,
which is good.
And which is good. And another thing is that one thing they made clear to us is that they will not force us or like stop us from getting married when we want to get married. So basically, they will suggest, don't get married now, right? Because obviously you're not stable, right? You're not stable. But if you want to get married, they will not tell you don't get married. Overall, it's not that if you have sex before marriage, you are a terrible person, you don't know what you're doing, you're ruining your life. Like, honestly, stick to your own beliefs. Don't put yourself in a situation where you are feeling regret. These conversations are so important only because like a lot of people don't talk about it, and a lot of people are confused. They're like, okay, so like like there shouldn't be a negative image on like someone who's waiting, for example, to wait.
Yes, it shouldn't.
Like if you're waiting until marriage, there shouldn't be a negative shadow on top of you.
Yes,
it's just what you believe, right?
Also, if you are not doing it and you are actually not doing anything, and you want to hold yourself and until you get married, I feel, oh my God. And if you are not holding yourself, please be careful.
That's basically it. Make sure you like, comment your thoughts, and subscribe, and let me know what else you'd like to see on this channel, and see you next week. Bye guys.
Bye.
Oh, we need to do TikToks.
No, I took off my makeup.
It's okay, you can be the ugly one. You can be the ugly one.
No, I need to go put a whole makeup.
Okay, so you want to